Hey guys, what's going on? So you ever see these videos that are like, my name is Maria and I am not a criminal. No shit, Maria. No flipping shit. You're doing a commercial. Unless, what, you planning to steal the commercial? I don't know how you would do that, but yeah, of course you're not a criminal. So we're not talking about you. We're talking about the other illegal immigrants who are criminals, right? The ones that you said that you're running from. Like, you know, a lot of people say that they're claiming refugee status and they're coming up here because, you know, violence in their country, which is true. I'm not saying that's true, but you don't think the violent people that you're running from are also trying to cross the border as well? Hello? So maybe we're not talking about you, Maria, but we're talking about the other people that you're running from, right? Those people, they come up to America too. So I don't know, people are people, right? You have illegal immigrants on the illegal immigrant situation that are coming from different countries. You know, some are real refugees, but most of them aren't. And it really sucks for the people that really are real refugees, who I've had friends that have, you know, fled their country because they're in immediate danger. And usually when you apply for refugee status, if you're coming up through Central America, you would go to the next country, not like America. So this whole thing that, you know, every single immigrant is not a criminal and they're just all good people, that's some bullshit. But of course, people are people. So you are going to have people that are good people and they really do want a better life, you know, just like Americans want a better life, you know. But I don't know, it's just starting to annoy me because, you know, they're putting these commercials out as if every American thinks that if you're an illegal immigrant, you're automatically a criminal, right? And why aren't people calling the elites out of like Mexico and Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador and, you know, all these other places that have elite living in their country, but they're not doing anything to help their own people. They're just pushing them up to America. And who is it affecting? The poor people in America, not the people with the Beto signs in their front yards that live away from, you know, the immigration situation where it's overcrowded. We're all pushed into this one little area where you can't find parking, where there are like 10 people to an apartment and it's making the rent go up because people are willing to pay that much for an apartment, you know. So somebody that doesn't have, you know, a lot of people to move in with them, it's going to affect them because then now the price is going up and they can't afford to pay what the property owners know that they can get for it. You know, they're not, these people with the Beto signs and, you know, that are like cheering for open borders, they're not having to deal with overcrowded schools, right? And then also you have to think about too the whole language thing, which is why I really am an advocate of English, even though I speak other languages. I like languages. They try and make it, you know, sound like if you want people to speak English in America, that you're just unworldly and uncultured, but that's not true, right? So you have this whole language barrier, which whenever you move to a country and you don't speak a language, no matter where you are, who you are, you don't integrate with other people because you can't communicate with them. So you're going to stick to people that speak your language because you're the most comfortable with it. And that also encourages like gangs, that encourages, you know, cliques where you don't integrate with people, right? And that causes miscommunication problems, which then, you know, it escalates, and then you have, you know, cultural barriers. You have all these other things where if you're not integrating with the culture, then it causes conflict, right? And if you want to like take, you know, like the Latin Americans that are coming up out of the equation, this actually happened when you had the white immigrants come over too, right? They were fighting against each other. There was a movie about it called Gangs of New York, right? There were all these different cultures that were just kind of pushed into one area, and they had to live together, and you're constantly having culture clashes. So if you don't have a common language, a common goal, something that you can you know, come together on, you're gonna fight, you're gonna clash. It's just like human nature, right? But they're just making it seem like you're just like this ungodly, horrible person, that you think all you know, all people that, you know, come up are just, you know, these heavenly saints, right? This is some bullshit, right? Even people in Mexico know this, right? They treat any immigrants that they have, they treat them like shit. You know, they have a lot of Chinese and Korean immigrants. You should watch some of the videos on those, how they treat those people. It's the same situation, right? Some of them are good, some of them form gangs, some of them, you know, they clash. It's just human nature, right? So anyway, with that said, I am going to be streaming starting tonight from my channel, American Joe. He has a wonderful plan that he's put together where he's going to go along the border for 20 days, and he needs money. He needs lots and lots of money because he has a dope ass plan, and he needs some money to fill that because he needs security. He's thought about getting satellites so they can get good connection in places where they don't have connection. You know, they need food, they need to pay reporters, they need editing. I mean, anything that, you know, he's organized, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna be streaming. He's gonna have like I guess it's called like a telecast, a 48-hour telecast is starting 5:30 Eastern time tonight. I'm gonna be streaming it from my channel, but I'm not going to be on my channel because I have to work. So you can what do you call it? You can donate on my channel, but just so you know, if you donate to me on my channel, I'm gonna keep the money. So if you want to give to American Joe, go to his channel, and I prefer you give to, I mean, I'll take your money, shoot. So then I won't have to work so much. I can do more videos. But I'm just saying, I just don't want you guys giving me like or doing a super chat thinking it's gonna go to him. It's gonna go to me. So if you want to donate to him, go to his channel. And I'll put his channel in the links. But I'm also just streaming for my channel just to get more people watching. So he's collaborated with other YouTubers that are going to be streaming this telecast. I think that's what it's called, a telecast. And then tomorrow I'm actually going to be on for 30 minutes, 2:30 Eastern time, which would be 1:30 Central time, which would be 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. And then anywhere else in the world you are, I don't know what time it's going to be, but I'm going to be streaming on talking about immigration situation and how it affects me. I'm going to probably kind of talk more about me being a teacher in LA and how that affects learning, and the brainwashing that goes on in schools that talk about how you know, this whole notion that a lot of people are coming here think that, you know, this was stolen land and they have the right to it, so they have no remorse for, you know, coming and feeding off the system or shooting people up because this is their land, even though, you know, they took the land from the indigenous people, right? Because last time they speak Spanish, the whole continent of South America and Mexico speaks Spanish, and last time I checked, Spain was in Europe. So technically they're speaking a white man's language because they're part white, and their part whiteness, like, you know, integrated and race mixed with indigenous people of South America and Mexico. So they took land too. So it's just this whole, like, when people don't know history, you know, they're easily manipulated, right? And this, you know, this cycle goes on and on and on. Everybody's taking this land, somebody's taking this land. You know, political maps have changed throughout the years, throughout the centuries. This is just nature. So, you know, I'm going to talk about that aspect and maybe some more. I'll have about 30 minutes or so. Pop in and say hi. And that's it. So I'm going to put this up now. I'm going to put American Joe's show in the links, or his website in the links. If you want to donate to him, I really encourage you to do that, because we always talking about people, you know, when are people going to do something? And, you know, I'm really sick of this whole, like, the political theater that's going on. You notice I've kind of tuned out. I'm not talking about a lot of the political stuff as much anymore, because I'm really trying to shift my focus to solutions. And I'm glad that he contacted me, because now I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, you know, yeah, we know the Democrats are rats. We know, but, you know, I think both parties are rats, honestly. You know, I'm definitely, the Democrats are, in this time in history, more rattier, you know, but I mean, I want to start. This is a wonderful opportunity, because, especially because people are seeing how much the media lies. They're seeing how much, you know, how all the evils that have been exposed since this election. We're seeing how much the media lies, how much Hollywood's controlled, how much these politicians are controlled, how much they lie on you, the American person, how much your vote counts, how much it doesn't count. I mean, all this stuff is just being brought to the surface. So this is a wonderful opportunity in order for, you know, change, positive change. We can make it positive or negative. And I really salute American Joe for actually getting off his butt and doing something about it. So give him money, give him the support. And yeah, guys. All right, that's it, y'all. Peace and love. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Mwah.